2 portals diverged behind a red door, and half our party jumped through the one less traveled. It'll make all the difference this week on Hapless Heroes.
These unsolicited doodles came out of nowhere.
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. We will start this evening the same way we start every evening by introducing our cast, and we are going to start on my left with Zach as Pregnart.
Sup, babies?
What the fuck was that?
I feel like Animal just joined the party.
Wait, let me get back into Pregnart. Hold on. That's Yoda. Never mind.
Where did you go? Where did
Portalist
Pregnart-
will be.
Oh man, I'm too caffeinated right now. Hang on, my throat's all tensed up.
I literally felt like Animal just joined the party.
And then I just immediately did Yoda. I'm like,
That was Yoda? That was quite
What?
close.
Oh, yeah.
This is Yoda. This is Yoda.
Sounds like thirsty Yoda.
Mountain Dew.
That was Kermit, I think, maybe, or Miss
All
Piggy.
right.
Love it.
Wait, what does Pregnart sound like again?
Oh my god.
hang on.
Okay. Hello.
Hang on, let me just do it. Hang on, let me get back into it.
Sorry.
Pregnant.
Okay.
What,
There he is.
what is up? What's up, babies?
All right. We'll do it live.
No, keep that. We're keeping
Yeah,
that
no,
one.
we're keeping that. We are keeping Pregnart trying to
We're keeping
pretend to
that
be Pepe the King Prawn.
This is what Pregnart sounds like from now on.
No, it's not.
To his left, we have Phil as Hedrick the Entertainer.
Felix, come back. Please don't say you forgot me. I arrived here with you, and I won't leave without you.
To his left, we have Nicole as Boris the Butcher.
I hope they're taking so long because they're bringing my anvil with them.
To her left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
I have prided myself on not sleeping with the same dame twice, and I won't do it now.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
I have no intention of jumping through any more strange portals today.
To his left, we have James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
And to his left, we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I got a bag of holding full of plans.
As we left off, Boris the Butcher had written something on the wall in chalk. Back in the other room, nothing immediately appears on the far wall.
Yeah, and I was going to say, we can skip a recap for this because I'm going to do these part 1, part 2, because this sounds like a kind of great little, like, you should not jump into this episode without listening to the one before.
Yeah.
Just an editor's note. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Okay, we couldn't sufficiently recap this one. It did TLDR, you had to be there. So, nothing immediately appears on the wall, but I want to see how everyone in the original room is kind of carrying on now that some have gone through and a few minutes have passed. And what's going on?
Well, hold on. Boris wrote something on the wall. Does
Yes.
anything...
Nothing
He
has
dropped that.
nothing has immediately appeared.
So as like thinking through that, right? Like something's happened since she wrote that on there. So like the whole room's made of gold. So it's being covered up, right? Potentially.
Is that
We
made
we
of
wouldn't
gold?
know that either way.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't mean it's not there. It just means we can't see it.
Or that, well,
There's a lot of different factors, but I don't think
Sure.
we, as
Yeah.
the 4 people in the room behind, should be focused too much
Knowledgeable.
on that.
Right.
Fellas, I'm not so sure how long that anvil's gonna ring. Aren't we concerned this is gonna close before we have a chance to rejoin our friends? I mean, shit, the guy with the hammer and Boris, they're through, so I don't have a sledgehammer.
You're like looking at a dwarf that has like a gigantic hammer that he's probably never going to pull out
Well,
ever again.
we know what happened. We know I wouldn't doubt him for being
I'm
a
not
little
smashing
gunshot.
anything except enemies with this. Nope.
So-
Nope.
So we've got 3 people who jumped through without any question. We've got 3 people who absolutely do not
Four.
want to go through the portal.
Right.
And then we've got one person
Oh,
who's like,
yeah.
I want to go through the portal, but I also don't want to leave the other 3 behind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I just ask, as like maybe part of like Hoblet's conscience, like, is there any part that's like speaking to him in like a game sort of way that's like, I just received an upgrade just before like a sort of color matched challenge to this upgrade?
Perhaps. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm itching to jump. I'm getting there.
Just saying, there's like gold running through Trixie now. There's like a thing to hit that is gold. I'm
It-
just trying to point out the obvious metagaming hints here.
are they though?
Is there still a ringing in the room?
Now, does anyone have a passive perception in the original room, by the way, over 15?
I have 15.
Yeah, it seems like the western wall is a little lighter colored than you remember it being before.
Lighter colored.
A little
Almost
bit, like as if you
sandblasted.
look up, it's just a little different. It's a little paler, maybe. You're a little ways away. It's tough to tell.
Sure. Okay, I approach a little closer.
It's almost like there's a chalky residue.
Through the gold.
No, because this is more of a sort of a golden marble that's on the wall. Like the whole room is colored gold. The ceiling itself is actually, this is more of almost like a golden colored marble that the wall is. Except there's a chalky residue on it, on the wall, in the west.
So I let my party know. As Mike, I'm saying, the DM is trying to push us to go through the portal.
No.
Maybe.
Well, we should probably
Haven't
clean that off. and,
necessarily
like,
You
said
to
it.
look at the wall.
So I investigate a little bit closer. Can I read? Do I notice that they're letters or what do I?
No,
what do I see?
actually, as you get closer, it appears to be like doodles.
Okay.
How big?
Doodles.
How big are the doodles?
Well,
My doodle's very large.
it's small and intricate up close, and as you back out, it actually does seem to be like a whole
Dave
big
doesn't
area.
even miss a beat. He just keeps going.
Sorry.
Oh, I chose to reject it.
I
reject your doodle.
Everybody rejects my doodle.
I'm proud of your strength, though, Dave. You really are the strongest of all of us.
I was the weakest.
Wouldn't be
Like
a
drawing?
hapless heroes episode without a doodle joke.
No. Would be at least 3 doodle jokes.
Okay, so what I see doodles.
Yeah, like this entire area had just been doodled on, and it looks like it's in a almost cutesy kind
Now
of
I just see
style.
the wall covered in dicks. Now that's what I see is that this whole wall is just covered in dicks.
Okay,
The whole
let's
yeah.
Who doodled
I-
on this wall?
wait.
These unsolicited doodles came out of nowhere. I was just walking and they were just on the wall.
It's interesting because this room had previously been described as to not even have had dust in it. These walls were gleaming when you came in, and suddenly this one, like it's faint, but you look close, and I just want to put a slight break in the action. Boris, it's been a while since you wrote coming on the wall. You've gotten a little bored. Would you possibly be doodling on the wall?
Underneath coming, I wrote bring anvil and underlined it with the chalk, and then proceeded to doodle a big doodle underneath that. With some assorted other doodles around.
Yes, lots of doodles. As we cut back to the other room, it seems like there's a whole area done with this, but as you step back, you can faintly see the words bring anvil on the bottom of the wall.
I tell the rest of the party, I assume it's Boris, because who else would want the golden anvil to be brought with us? It seems that Boris is sending us a message from beyond.
How much does it weigh, Dave?
What's up?
How much does it weigh?
The anvil? Are you making an attempt on it?
Is it... I can carry a lot of weight.
I'm sure you can. Are you making an attempt to move this anvil?
Yes.
Are you lifting with your legs?
Yeah.
No, all back. I'm a
Jerk.
Jerking motion.
Twist.
One.
Twisty jerking motions. Because I think we established that's how dwarves are supposed to lift.
You gotta jam your legs up.
Yep.
You know what? Fuck it. Go ahead. Make me a strength check.
Not athletics.
He said what
You know what?
said.
Sure. You want to justify it as an athletics check? Go for it. Make it whatever you want.
I think James should use it as a strength check.
Fuck it. You want to charm that thing off of there? Make me a charisma check for all I care.
It's a 17. It's a 17 if it's a strength check. It's a 21 if it's an athletics check.
Oh.
Or it's an 18 and a half or 3/4 if you want to fucking take the average.
Oh my God.
That's fair.
What it is not going fucking anywhere.
Yeah, I think that's what he was trying to say.
I guess that's what he was hinting at. Maybe you can charisma this thing off its fucking dais.
It is.
You
Despite
sucker.
all the strength you have, it's going nowhere. Boris can want it all she wants. It's a greater force than you have available to you to move this thing.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. I think you just challenged him, and he's going to make another stupid decision. He was just judging us about our poor choices.
Hey guys, I don't
Make
think
some
I
poor
got
choices. When I squeeze them, plot comes out.
nothing.
This anvil is immobile.
It does seem that they have survived the transportation to whatever this portal sends them to. So I am inclined to potentially go through the portal.
The portal does say what came before.
My concern is, how do we get back? They clearly can't. So how do we as a party come back to this room?
That would also be my concern.
Well, I can plane shift us.
You don't want to have to do that, though.
Ram doesn't
Think
seem-
about what you know about what's going on, and
no
try to see
idea
if the
what's
plane shift would line up with the mechanics of that.
It's
You know what?
the same-
That's even better. That's even better. If you don't know what's going on, I kind of like that. That some of us are sort of getting it and some of us aren't. And I think that's going to work perfectly. But right
I'm
here,
just a simple mountain dwarf.
yeah,
We're like 6 planes away from where I was born.
I don't think
Like
at this
this-
point, as a level 14 cleric, that you are just a simple mountain dwarf anymore.
Yeah.
At heart.
what I would say is, where isn't the problem. but I want to shift over to the other party right now and see what you guys are doing.
I'm going to look at Boris and Pregnart as they were the ones who actually followed me in here. And I'm just going to have a quick moment where I'm just be like, thanks for believing in me, guys.
I'm
Can you show that again? I need to
Or-
actually blow up my screen.
Boris has
Screenshot.
continued doodling and has doodled like a stick figure version of the entire team on the wall.
It's fantastic, and I love this.
Is that me with the
My
sledgehammer?
God.
Quinn's giant hat.
Get a good high-res picture of that. I think
Yes.
for a little while we need to make that like the banner image on the server.
Perfect.
I think that's a new
yes.
T-shirt.
In this room, though, like I said, Felix thanks the team for believing in him and coming with me, supporting me, even if that wasn't why you did it. I'm gonna now look. So obviously, right, you said that the western wall where the portal was, right, that would have been the past, is under construction. It's not even built yet, right? And, we were talking off camera about this. That you can really have a time machine that goes back before when the time machine was made. So I'd like to look at some of the other archways in this room to see which ones are constructed right now. The one we came in from seems like it was.
Yeah, it's pretty much constructed. Like
Yes.
there, like
The eastern wall.
there's
right, is
very
where we
little
came in
help
from.
keeping you from going back through the eastern wall. There's all force pushing back, but yeah, you have a good potential of
active.
that. The others are all progressively less so as you go from east to west. So the one at the far west is almost not at all built, and the others are very little so.
Interesting. For the ones that even are partially constructed, again, aside from the western one, do they have, like, is there, for example, is there one that even exists at all in the southwest?
Yeah, southwest and northwest are both built, and they are slightly more constructed than west.
Interesting.
Northeast and southeast are maybe about 2/3 of the way built. The one in the north is maybe halfway or a little less.
All right. Do any of them actually have the? You said there were there were runic symbols and things like that were supporting the portal, or is there like the things that were kind of starting to get set in? But is there any actual text there?
Only on the blocks that are in place, and whatever words would be on those blocks in the first
been
room
finished.
is what's there. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but they are there. They're just not,
Yes, at least the fragments of words that would be displayed on the progress that's made are there.
I see. Okay.
Can Pregnart
Is there a
explore-
door to the south?
To the south, there is no door, but there is another partially constructed portal.
There is. Is there anything labeled on that one?
No, it appears that there are no words on this one.
Interesting.
Can Pregnart explore what'll happen if he approaches that western portal again and
The
touches
western
it?
one, you
Yeah.
can pass right through the space of the western one. The only
the
one,
eastern one is where we came in from.
yes.
No, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Back through it, meaning he's that's the portal he went through on the other side,
So, yeah, on the western wall of the one that you're in, it is not constructed at all, and you can walk through the space freely.
No, he said eastern. He meant
Now,
eastern.
okay.
No.
Yeah.
Because I explored that last episode.
Yeah, oh, you're just trying
And
to
I was just
look on the
yeah.
far one. Okay.
Oh, okay.
If I were to turn back, I in the last episode, I turned back and tried to go back through the direction
Eastern-
that we
yeah,
just
the
came
eastern portal,
through.
right.
Yeah, the eastern one, and it gave me some resistance. Sorry, I'm just wording it sloppily, but yeah, you said I can just pass back and forth between the western sort of half
Yeah, there's
portal.
no energy there yet at all.
Got it.
Okay. I'm just gonna try to. I mean, we kind of investigated the tools that were on there, but they said there was no anvil here. It was missing.
There was no anvil. No. The only
there was a
things that
hammer.
were there was tongs, forceps, the scrap of paper, the carpenter's pencil, and a blacksmith's hammer.
What would be on that scrap of paper?
The scrap of paper was blank.
Yeah, it was blank.
Shit.
I will take the chalk. I'm gonna say, hey, Boris, in case this did work.
Oh yes, there was more chalk there.
Right. I'm gonna say, Boris, in case this did work and your messages were received. I'm just gonna give you a second. I'm gonna move a little bit to the right, or to the left of where Boris was, writing, because she was kind of writing the wall behind where the portal would have been constructed, right? So I'm just gonna pick a different section of the wall, right? That's kind of in between the portals, and I'm gonna write in big letters. Might be stuck. Give us a minute.
All right, like big block letters, perhaps?
Yeah, big block letters.
Yeah, the block letters definitely get through and convey that message back to the other side.
To the present, so to speak.
Correct.
Phil, you're muted.
Yep. Hedrick will pull out a piece of parchment and his little quill, and he's going to try to write a little note. And then he's going to fold it up into what he believes will be a gliding instrument. Some would say a triangular hang glider type shape. And he's going to go up to the portal and try to send it through.
Hedrick, to your knowledge, it goes through the portal.
But does it really go through the portal, though? That's what we all would like to know.
Also, what did you write on it?
Well, I can't divulge.
It was
that.
just a doodle.
A doodle
It was
of
a
his
big
doodle.
How large was the doodle?
He also has an adequate doodle.
Adequate? Okay. Adequate's good enough. It's adequate.
Are you intentionally silent right now, Dave, or are you?
Yeah, intentionally.
Holding a pregnant pause.
No, I just hadn't been saying anything. I was kind of letting things play out,
All right. Well, after I write that on the wall, I'm just going to walk away because that's it. Okay. Hopefully they see it. I don't know if they've seen anything or not.
Yeah.
Pregnart picks up the. What was it? What was the blunt object? I forget.
The sledgehammer?
The blacksmith's hammer?
Oh, the blacksmith's hammer on the
blacksmith's
dais. Okay, yeah.
He's gonna inspect that. Or investigate that, I guess.
A simple dark wood handle topped with a shiny it's tough to tell because there isn't a ton of light in here unless you're using your offhand to put some cracklies up there or something. If you do that, you notice that it is very shiny and reflective.
The hammer is.
The head of the hammer. The
the
handle itself is still a rich dark wood that appears to be deeply stained.
Question.
He's going to approach his eastern portal with that and see if it experiences the same sort of resistance as the rest of him.
You walk up, and you are able to pass through the portal and back into the other one just fine.
So I'm back in the original room?
You are now back in the original room, yes. The portal continues to be open.
Pregnant's back. Look at that.
I'm gonna wipe all the stuff I wrote, right? And then just write never mind.
Pregnart just silently waves.
Holy shit, little man. How the hell what is going on? Where are the other two?
I don't know. I'm confused.
Got the
What is
shiny
that you
hammer.
got there? Where'd you get that hammer?
Get the hammer. I found it.
Listen here, man. We gotta figure out how to get the others back.
Hold on. I need to hit this anvil with this.
Jarrell, somebody stop him quickly.
No, thank you.
Hopefully Hoblet will catch him because I think he's
No,
closer.
I'm trying to. All right, I have 30 feet moving speed.
He's faster than me.
And
All right.
plus 7
You know what?
acrobatics.
Okay. Pregnart has declared he is going for it. One other person who would like to try to stop him, declare yourself, and you are going to roll off using initiative.
Just as an aside, he got back into the well lit room,
Right.
And he noticed that this thing was shiny,
Yeah.
Yes,
like, wow.
quite.
This is shiny. The anvil is shiny. These two things shall meet.
Well
Yes, they
aware
shall.
of all these things, and those are great. Those are great things. I'm just gonna say this now, as Fran.
Mhm.
If you get my character stuck in the past with this impulsive action,
Felix and Boris's excellent adventure.
oh, that's a good point. Spin-off series.
Or Bogus Journey.
So between Hedrick, Quinn, and Hoblet, one of you has to stop.
If you want to make
Ragnar.
this interesting, I did a while back purchase several nets. And while I may not be able to
But
catch him, I
you're-
am pretty
you're in-
athletic.
Your
Okay.
initiative
Still
has
initiative
to
to
be higher than
be-
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Rolled
lieu
here.
of your move speed, you can use throwing the net. That's fine. But whoever is doing this needs to use initiative to beat Pregnart's initiative.
Which isn't going to happen.
Probably not.
Well, yeah, it ain't going to be you then, possibly.
That's what I'm just telling you. I got nets. He's within 30 feet?
I don't
Ragnar
think. Yeah,
is
you have nets.
moving
What you don't
towards
have
the
time.
anvil.
Yes, what you don't have time to do is deliberate, and Pregnart is now halfway there.
It's got to be one of
Is
you
anyone
three.
doing
Yeah.
anything?
Hedrick will reach for the hammer.
Okay, Hedrick. So it'll be Hedrick and Pregnart rolling initiative against each other.
I mean,
I love
Jack's
it.
so proud of himself.
I have a 12 total.
19.
oh, no!
We are, after all, agents of chaos.
Oh, my God.
So we're gonna go with the maximum chaos option here. The hammer hits the anvil. The western portal closes. The northern portal opens.
Oh. And we haven't deciphered that one, correct?
No, that was between the past and the future.
Pregnant
No,
winds
the
up and he hits
present.
the anvil again.
What?
Pregnant winds up and he hits the anvil
He's
again.
gonna keep hitting the anvil until one of you. Jarl's gonna step in next. If nobody else is doing anything to prevent this, Jarl will leave his post trying to keep the door open that gets us out of here.
You can't try to
Which-
keep the door open and leave your post. It's one or the other,
could
Jarrell.
put
Make
something
a
there.
decision.
Keeping the door open is my post. I'm going to have to. If Hoblet, Quinn, and Hedrick are all blankly staring
Well,
while
what if you
Pregnart
just-
just wails the shit out of this anvil, like somebody do something, no? Okay, so Jarl's gonna walk in
Do
and try
what?
and pick up Pregnart.
Him up.
Just pick him
Okay,
up.
I'm a dwarf.
that's fine. Hey Jarl, what's your move speed?
It's 30 feet, so it's gonna take me a
30
turn
feet.
to.
So it's
yeah,
going to
you're
take you. Yeah, it'll take you 2 turns to get there. In which case, yeah, Pregnart. So you are going to keep hammering away at this thing. You say.
Yeah, I'm gonna hammer away like an old hammer dog.
What's a hammer?
I don't know, John, but we're
He's
finding
hammering
out.
like one. Keep up.
Yeah. I'm hammering away like an old hammer dog.
What happens next, Dave?
The northern portal opens or closes, and I know how I can solve this for myself.
Full chaos mode.
Yeah, we're going past even what I had anticipated, and this is perfect. I love this so much.
You didn't
let's
account for
see.
Pregnart.
This is really perfect, I think.
The western portal opens again.
Oh, okay, so that's open. At this point,
Well, wait
Uh,
a second. Pregnart, do you keep swinging?
Yeah.
that was
All right,
you
good.
get
We get
another
one more
turn?
swing.
Question: is anything happening on our side of the portal as it
Well,
closed and then
I mean-
reopened and then?
Good question.
You notice nothing.
Question.
Can I ask a question? Like, is it making like a pleasing sound?
Yes,
okay,
it actually
yeah,
is
I mean-
making a much better pleasing
Pregnant's
sound.
going crazy like an
You
old
need to
hammer
give
dog.
Pregnant
He's hammering
inspiration.
away.
You need to give him inspiration this, because even though this is at the detriment of this party,
Yeah.
he is very much gleefully swinging this hammer.
Detriment or detriment?
Like what? How am I are there any comparisons you can make between myself and another thing?
Ringing a
John
dinner
Bottom.
bell.
Like I would say like
like a hammer dog.
Yeah, hammering
Yeah,
away.
like a hammer dog.
Oh,
All right,
Yeah.
well, you know what? Hang on
An old
to
hammer
some
dog.
inspiration, Hammer Dog. You got a half hour to use it in.
Okay.
Gonna start calling you Hammer Dog from now on.
No, it's just deep thoughts with Jack Handy reference.
Oh,
Jack Handy has been coming up in conversations a lot lately, and I'm not sure why.
Yes, I'm unfamiliar with that one though. I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm a big Jack Handy fan.
Can I just take a moment while this chaos is happening out there that we are blissfully unaware of? I recall in the OG room there was something written on the ceiling.
There
if
was.
I look up in the past, is there anything written on the ceiling? Is there a skylight of some kind? Is there anything up there on the ceiling? Has it been gilded yet?
No. In fact, it's gilded on the outsides. It's not even completely constructed at the middle of the inside. That skylight isn't quite built all the way. There's still some stonework that can be put up, and you can see a clear starry night above.
Interesting.
No moonlight, though, and not enough light getting in down to the bottom to
Nope, that's okay. But just
overwrite my previous darkness.
yep, it's okay. Just trying to, get a lay of, what has been completed here. And if there's any other clues or whatnot.
Walls are there, floors are there. There doesn't appear to be a door at the south, and there's that extra partially completed portal.
I'm gonna look at Boris and be like, okay, this is gonna be one of those times where I'm actually gonna say you should take something. Grab something from that pile. I mean, obviously the Pregnart's gone. Why don't we just grab something from this pile and try to walk through? Because I have no idea that things are opening and closing like fucking crazy out in the other room. So I'm just gonna pick up the pair of calibers, right? And try to walk back through the portal, but I'm gonna wait for Boris to see if she actually follows, because I don't want to leave her behind by herself.
This picks up the toolbox itself and follows.
Right. Boris has the toolbox. Felix, do you grab anything?
I said I have the calipers.
You have the calipers. Okay. And you guys are going to walk over to the portal.
To the eastern portal. Where
to the eastern portal that you came in through. Yes. Who's the first to walk through?
I'm going to look at Boris. Do we rock, paper, scissors, or should I go first?
How wide is the portal? I mean, we're both fairly small. Can we walk through together?
You could both stand in the middle of it side by side. It's maybe the bottom of it. I would say the legs are maybe about 5-6 feet apart. It gets a little wider at the middle, like it's kind of circular.
We got lots of space. So
let's
I
go in
look
together.
at Felix and say, we go together. Neither of us is getting stuck here alone.
Okay, are we doing 1, 2, 3, go, or 1, 2, 3, and then go?
1, 2, 3, and then go.
3,
Okay.
3.
1, 2, 3.
You guys walk into where the center of the portal would be, and literally nothing happens. We cut to the other party. Pregnart, what are you up to right now?
I have him grappled, for God's sake.
Okay, great. Let's take a look at this grapple check real quick. So what's involved in getting ungrappled? Is that
Just completing strength rolls,
contest?
and then usually it's the start of or as an action on each of your turns, you can try to break free from the grapple. So first it starts by completing strength check to see if the grapple succeeds, and then it can be attempted to be broken as an action.
Okay, I'm going to caveat one extra little thing in there. Pregnart, you may also escape. Instead of making this a strength contest, you can use dexterity because you're slippery.
Of course he is. Yeah, he's covered in that goo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe John should roll at disadvantage because he's slippery.
Or that.
We could do that. I'm going to go with what I went with on my initial, but I like that one too. Like both of those are perfectly valid.
Would I be able to offer help by ways of persuading Pregnart
Please
to
do.
let go of the
Please
hammer?
do. I need it. I need help.
Either an advantage or if I make a roll to persuade.
I could probably use advantage. Depends either way.
Yeah, let's just call the help action like the help action is written. Just
Which is advantage.
It didn't get better.
All right. So what do you have, Jarl?
I have a 9.
9.
No.
Pregnart, what have you gotten for your get out of grapple free card?
11 grapples.
11.
No.
Okay,
Slipped
fantastic.
right off.
So he's still hitting it.
He is still hitting it. I'm just going to roll it a few times, and I get a, let's see, the northern portal opens,
Bonk, bonk, baby.
and then all portals are closed. And then the southeast portal is open very briefly. It gets snapped shut as the western portal opens, and as soon as that does, shunk, we cut back to the other scene where we have Felix and Boris standing there in the midst of the portal, standing there slightly bewildered as to why the portal didn't open. Shoop! And you're sucked into the other room.
We're gonna like fall out and be like, "What's going on?" And I'm sure like we walk in. It's like like the scene in Community, right, where like
Yes.
Troy walks into the room with the pizzas and everything's on fire, right? But in this case, it's like Pregnart, like there's people trying to grab Pregnart as he's slipping out of their hands and is just wildly smashing the fucking anvil.
Yeah, Pregnart is now inexplicably playing the intro to YYZ on the anvil.
Yes, perfectly so too. It's like the Infinite Monkeys found Shakespeare.
And he's slipping out of Jarrell's grasp, and
Yes.
Hydrick is
Probably
there
sounds something like
trying
this.
to convince Pregnart and failing.
Pregnart, you
Wait.
have to stop
Let me get a clean one. Hang on.
Oh God.
Shit, I need to grab the other juice harp. Alright, here we go. I don't know. Can you combine this with some sort of clanging sound?
Why are you the way that you choose to be?
I don't know, it's fun.
The alternative.
Good answer.
Okay, I see them struggling to contain Pregnart, and Pregnart is just wildly swinging this hammer. Correct?
Yes, and like portals are sparking open and closed.
I need
and
to
shit's
stop
getting a
this,
little
and I
weird.
need to stop this fast. I'm going to cast Hold Monster on Pregnart.
All right.
Choose a
So-
creature you see within range. They must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. My DC is 20.
Pregnant is fairly wise.
Save it,
Louise.
Pregnant. Oh,
Yeah.
Christ. I hope he saves it.
Alright, what do I need to roll?
Wisdom,
wisdom?
save.
Wisdom
Can I
save?
can I choose to not activate my paladin stuff right now?
It's I rolled a 12.
Okay.
You rolled a 12.
It wouldn't have helped
Perfect.
anyway.
You are paralyzed.
That sucks.
Uh,
The hammer
good.
again.
So some
Jara-
things happen.
Jarrell will take the hammer out of
Oh,
Pregnart's
all right.
paralyzed fingers and
I would
tell
like
him.
to preempt in that. So a few things happened while he was wildly swinging and was very suddenly paralyzed mid-swing. The last portal open was the north portal. And as he is paralyzed, pretty much mid-swing, like halfway down, instead of Jarrell being able to grab it, the hammer goes flying.
Oh, okay. He slips out of his hands.
Yes, to the north. At the same time, out of the north portal, at this absolute peak of improbability, falls none other than Dr. Hines.
Oh,
The flying hammer arcing across the room bonks him in the head like a coconut, and he drops to the ground.
Oh, he's alive!
Jarrell will walk over to Dr. Hines, grab the hammer, turn to Pregnart. I will return this to you when we are no longer in this room, I promise. And then he will lay on hands for Dr. Hines.
Ah! When am I?
You are
That
now.
Is a hard question to answer. Hello, Dr. Hines.
Okay, all three of you really short people need to stop playing 3-card Monty with each other. And tell me, when have we already met?
Yes.
Were there 3 of you before?
There were more than 3 of us.
No, not the big you, the you.
Oh, no, I'm one of me.
That explains why you're all talking in unison.
Yeah, you took a
It was
big
very
bonk on the
creepy.
head there, bud.
Only one? I'm having a good day.
Yeah. That's a pretty
The word
decent day.
the word
So-
bonk makes Pragnar pretty emotional, and while he's paralyzed, a single tear streams down his cheek.
Wait, which word?
As he, the word bonk, he's just reminiscing for better days for when he could bonk freely.
Better days. They were 3 seconds ago.
Times is tough.
You made me waste a spell slot on your
Doctor,
shenanigans. I
Doctor,
want you to
just
know that.
Doodle.
Try to relax. Try to relax. You're okay.
I mean, yes, but you're here. And you say we've already met.
Yes.
So the things have happened.
A lot of things have happened, yes.
Which of the things?
Okay, I mean, how far back do you want us to go here, bud? The last time we saw you...
That isn't the problem. I just need to make sure that I'm not too far forward.
How long ago? Was it 3 months ago?
Oh, time. Felix is just going to shake his... Yeah, Felix is going to just shake his head and just be like, time magic.
How many months has it been since we evacuated
That's what I'm about
his
to
camp?
tell him.
Yeah.
The last time we saw you was, I guess, in
What?
terms of the prime material plane, some weeks ago, I guess,
A
when
month?
we were escaping from the Tri-Nation Peninsula, and you helped us escape, and we thought you died.
Can I borrow your chalk?
Yes. And I hand him my chalk.
Thank you. He immediately goes to ground, and he seems almost pretty thankful to not have to be standing all the way up, and just starts like diagramming and doing math on the floor. Okay, so 3 weeks. 3 weeks or about 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks? A lot's
Okay.
happened. It's really hard to keep track.
Prime material plane. 1 alpha or 1 beta? Oh no. Okay, gamma. When is the last time you've seen a purple elephant?
Never?
Okay. And he does another column of math off to the left. The robot, did he have 4 arms or 6?
Which robot?
Oh no. Okay. So scale of 1 to 10. How bad was it?
How bad was what? Because a lot of bad things have happened. You're going to have to be a little more specific now.
I would say about a 6.
He turns back to the floor and does more math. Okay, sorry. I've met several of you in several different catastrophes, and 3 of them involved the Tri-Nation Peninsula. You'll have to bear with me.
Why does that not surprise me?
I'm very sorry that I have to ask the vague questions. Unfortunately, if I ask the questions as the questions are, you might learn things from the questions and you act differently. And we have another timeline, and I've got to go find another pink elephant, and it's a very long day.
I thought it was purple.
Tell me more about these pink elephants. Boris peeks her
When
head
will
around.
I get to see that?
Do I get to ride one? Is there a timeline in which you've seen me on one?
Yes, but. We're just going to leave it there. Yes, but.
Boris looks like she has more questions, but also like she's concerned about what the answers might be.
Okay, hold on. So, Dr. Hines,
Yes.
I hesitate to ask this question, but when did you just come from?
Okay, so we're more or less about 3 weeks after the time that we met when I went from the Tri-Nation Peninsula, from my tower, into where I went.
Wherever that was. We presumed you
Yes.
did. Yes.
So I come from You'll have to bear with me. I've had to use a little bit of shorthand. I come from a place called the Strange Present. And you almost hear what's almost like an ominous boom, 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 whenever he says,
Strange present.
yes.
And then
So-
dubstep music.
Yeah, about half dubstep, about half like Dick Wolf Stinger. I call it that way because so you've got your pasts and your futures, and we do a lot of mucking about in the pasts and futures, but those aren't only the pasts and futures. We have the different versions of them as you go between your ideals and your stranges. So we've got the strange present that I've come from. You don't want to go there. In fact, somebody whack that thing again, close this portal. You want nothing to do with strange present. Let me tell you.
If
Hold
Jarrell
on.
has,
I was going to say, when he says to whack that thing again, I'm going to look at Pregnard. I'm just be like, I'm really sorry. You made me do this.
Am I still paralyzed?
yeah,
Yes,
probably.
for the next, only for a minute. I can only concentrate on it for a minute. So actually,
you can
might
end
not be
concentration on it at any point.
anymore. Yeah, you don't have the hammer anymore, so I think it's safe. You're no longer.
Jarrell has the hammer. Jarrell will go and hit the. I told you I'd give it back to you when you're out of this room.
All right.
We're back to the portal,
I can deal with that.
which the western portal is open, and I'm counting 1 through 7 and/or 8, starting with the one in the southwest, and then going clockwise is 1. So the western portal is 2, northwest is 3, so on and so forth. Around their portal 8 exists in that western room in past version.
Okay. So there's a lot going on here, Dr. Heinsheim. I apologize. It's just a bit confusing. So you said you come from this strange present, which is bad.
I was stuck in strange present, yes, and it's not good.
Oh, okay. So that's not good.
Felix, while you were in that other room for a little bit, Quinn and Hoblet helped read some of the other words here, and that one specifically says, if all goes according to plan.
I knew that one already. We didn't know the others.
I thought you only read the one and then jumped through it.
I also read what will be if all goes to plan. I just
You read? I don't remember you reading that.
The one I didn't
Either
know
way.
was the one on the eastern wall.
Yeah,
Which
that
was what
was
will come on this
blank
path.
blank on this path.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Heights, just I'll just get your bearings for a moment. Hopefully, if you have any other questions, we'll do our best to answer them. But we're just trying to figure out right now. There is a bit of another crisis in that the realm we currently occupy, which is, I believe we are in Arakanor currently, in this fortress in one of the layers of heaven, where the forces of Vecna are kind of invading and trying to destroy everything, and Balin is trying to hold them back and needs assistance, and we were trying to just bridge a gap between this part of the fortress and where her forces currently are.
So Vecna is just trying to destroy everything.
Yes, he has not done that currently.
Okay, yes.
He's destroyed a lot. A lot of gods are dead, apparently. Morgan
Okay,
is dead.
understand
His soul
what I
is
say.
currently in our robot.
So there is a robot. 4 arms or 6?
2.
Oh, shit.
You mean 0,
That's
right?
not good. No, he definitely had arms.
No, 0, the robot. I knew it.
I was waiting for that too.
No, like 0. Like
And-
0 from the Omega Project, 0, Valen's Avatar of War. That 0.
Why do they call him 0 if he has 2 arms? That doesn't make any sense.
It was his Never mind.
He has 0 lack of arms.
That frog thinks right.
Okay. Yeah, so 2 arms. If this is the robot we are both talking
2
about.
arms. But Vecna hasn't taken over. Hasn't destroyed everything. Obviously hasn't destroyed everything.
We are here right now.
He glances up, looks at the light. Present? Present. Okay, present. In Rakanor, which means this is the center hub. Oh good. I fell out of the right portal.
Yes. You did. I hope.
Good. The left one, not so much.
The left one?
Well, I fell out of the right portal instead of the left portal. Yes.
Oh my god.
Big
Listen,
English, Doc.
it makes...
No worse.
I was going to tell you it makes sense. It's difficult, okay?
We're not scientists.
Well, speak for yourself, Hedrick.
Yeah, I'm a scientist.
Listen, do you have an idea and then try it and make it happen and see if it works or doesn't work?
Yes.
If you write it down, you're a scientist. It's actually really easy.
Okay, so hold on.
Science, look, it's this lofty thing.
But you're saying that you've already seen where a place potentially where Vecna has already destroyed everything?
No, I did not say that.
Okay. Cool. And I give him a wink. Right?
He looks at you wide eyes and kind of gives you the no head shake.
I'm sure. Right, of course. He cannot reveal anything without risking things. Okay. By any chance, can you help us at all, or is any of your involvement here just going to create more problems?
Okay, so I have 2 answers to that question. 1, I need to know what you're trying to do. And 2, why not both?
I like that mentality.
I did just explain what we need to do, and that's in the short term right now. Just get a small portal within this very plane of existence right here, in this very place, from just one side of this fortress to this one. That's the short-term goal.
Oh,
long-term.
Okay, a place portal. Place portals we can do. That's a little more manageable. I think I can help you with that. This isn't the room for that, but we'll solve that. What is the other thing we need to do?
We need to get Zero, our 2-armed robot friend, from the elemental plane of air and water, I guess is where he is right now, potentially, to here.
Okay, so first we have to find out where he is. We have to find out when he is, and then we have to get him here.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we need to go do the other portal instead. Crap.
Great.
Listen, we'll get to that one. It's going to be great. There's all sorts of things. There's another problem.
Which is?
You want the right Zero, not the wrong Zero, and definitely not the left Zero.
Like Felix, like puts his finger up and opens his mouth as if to say something in response, but really has nothing. He has no. He just can't even. Right now.
Okay. So, we're not going into the strange present for him. Zero from the past doesn't help you. And Zero from the future doesn't help you. But in the present, he's not here.
Correct.
Except if he were.
Yes?
Care to elaborate on that?
Okay. So, we have the strange present.
Right. Bad.
And that was up top.
Ah.
In the north of the room.
Ah.
Have you looked at the northeast and the northwest and the southeast and the southwest?
Nah, we just kind of jumped through some portals.
Glad you're admitting
Did you
it.
write any of it down?
Yes.
Thank you. Please keep doing science.
I did. It's right here.
So, in the current present, the present we have, the normal-ass present, the present, he's not here. So we would need an ideal present where he is here.
Yes.
So we have a strange present. We must somehow have an ideal present. We need to pull him from ideal present.
Which would be maybe what will be if all goes to plan?
No, that's an ideal future.
Oh.
About southeast.
How about northeast?
Why don't you just read the doors?
Yeah, I'm going to read them. Backwards thing. And I'm like, Quinn and Boris, would you mind just helping translate some of this?
You know what? I'm going to sip and drink some water. You guys go do your sciencing. I've done enough science
Now
for today.
you want some help from me.
So,
I just figured it's best if we just divide and conquer here, you know?
I feel like if Strange is to the north and the southwest was.
You have not quite identified southwest yet.
Oh, not yet? Oh,
You
shit.
have
the beauty of
identified
this-
southeast.
That's what?
Yeah, you identified southeast as what will be if all goes to plan. And that was characterized as an ideal future.
Before going to help with translating, Boris pulls a dwarven flask out of a pocket and hands it to Dr. Hines.
Oh my god.
Ooh, that kind of drink. Okay, thank you. This is actually helpful. Strange present is a hell of a drug.
I would like to read, with some assistance, the northeast
Northeast.
archway.
Yeah.
Backwards,
So
right?
with all of northeast is forwards.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
East side is the future and goes forwards.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Past goes backwards.
Okay.
Mhm.
So what does this say?
So with all of your translating, what could be if it gets weird?
That's strange future, I'm going to say.
Hmm.
Potentially.
Allegedly.
That was
And
south. That was northeast, right?
That was northeast.
Yes.
Let's look at northwest together,
All right. Northwest.
and we'll read that one backwards, or attempt to. I'll spell out the characters I can recognize, and then count on my friends to fill in the blanks. I said friends this time.
Aww,
I noticed that.
we've earned it now.
that situation was what brought him around to us.
It's taken this long for him to say it, but
Yep.
it's been said.
So Northwest. What happened that one time? ...
Love that.
I want to go in that one.
Bravo,
Curious.
Dave.
I'm
Bravo,
just
Dave.
curious.
Yeah, can we just? I want to take a quick moment here
is awesome.
and just appreciate Dave for just a moment, because this is one of the most entertaining puzzles, so to speak, or just like situations that I've played in a long time. So, kudos, dude. This is dope.
It came together right. It took me a second to sort of align my brain. Once it did, like
Doesn't matter,
it's gold.
It
It's
worked.
gold.
Yeah.
Who cares
So
what's behind the curtain? It's all
It's
all
just
gold
amazing.
right
It's
now.
amazing. I just need you to know that. I just need to express appreciation for a moment at just how awesome this is. I would like to now, just so we can finish them, have all of them labeled out. Let's go read the southwest one. Backwards.
Southwest. What came before as you remember it?
Okay. Interesting. It doesn't appear to be an ideal present, potentially.
But do we really want to take a chance on a zero that may or may not have happened that one time?
That one seems really interesting to me.
Interesting is the word.
'Cause maybe it's
wise may
maybe
not
the
be
one
the
time,
word.
right? Maybe that one time is the one ideal,
Yeah,
thing
it's a one
out
in
of
one.
all possible examples. Okay, hold on. I'm going to say this, Jarrell. I'd like to make peace. Pregnant, I feel just awful about having to paralyze you briefly to just stop the absolute madness that was happening before.
Yeah, not hammering makes me so sad.
Jarrell, maybe if you were to work with Pregnart here, you can maybe help him hit the anvil a couple times until we get the north.
Yes, I would
the
like
northwest
that. I would like to
portal
hit the anvil
open.
again.
You know, just put like under supervision.
Jarrell will pick up Pregnart, give him the hammer, and let him hit the anvil, and then like lift him up every time. So he hits the anvil, and then he's back up, and we see what happens. And he hits it again, and he's back up, and we see what happens.
Pregnart just like stiffens and like has just the dead-eyed grin on his face, and yeah, Jarrell is just like using him as.
Hedrick is going to have a little twinkle in his eye and say, "Man, he reminds me of Paradil."
A grand, godly paladin holding aloft the purest of frogmen, who himself is holding aloft the ideal, pure blacksmith's hammer, shifts the world for at least that brief, infinitesimal moment, just the slightest bit stranger. Into the first contact of the hammer opens the intended portal to a strange past. And that's where we're going to leave this episode. If you like us, we can be found on the internet. We are in such places as Reddit.com/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Facebook, search for Hapless Heroes Podcast. We are also both on Twitter and the Gram at Hapless Heroes. All of those places will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where you can meet and greet and hang out and chat with us on a daily basis. And man, we would ever so love to have you as a part of our community. And now, something that had occurred to me is there are some people who delay joining our community because they think things might be spoiled for them if they're not current. Guys, we go to great lengths to make sure that folks use spoiler tags and use the appropriate channels so that current stuff and spoilerific stuff doesn't just leak out to people who are still catching up. Come join us. We will do everything we can to protect you from spoilers. We would rather have you in our community sooner than later. So please, if you
Aren't
are
we
from
like
the
we're like very close to like 100 like non.
I think we might be over that now.
Are we over it now?
Yeah, we are.
I mean like non-recording
people we know. Yes. I think.
Is there something we can like give to like the 100th?
I don't want to incentivize people to leave and rejoin just for them to be the 100th, right? I'd rather just
$50,000.
All right.
Just
tasteless nudes.
Tasteless.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the only way it's gonna happen if you really want it.
Yeah, 500th user gets unsolicited dick pics.
The whole point of this is to make
doodles.
Doodles.
Yes, doodles. You will get doodles of doodles if you are the 100th person who joins our Discord server.
That's gonna participation just drops off immediately.
God, I don't want to be the I don't want to be the 100th person. Please don't let me be the 100th person.
It's like a threat.
Well, hold on. We can, if we want to briefly hold. We just had someone join, and they were the 112th user. I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus Massimo makes 9 of us.
But Massimo can't get back in.
But he's still in the server and is a member, right? That's 9 of us.
So we're definitely over 100.
And then Jamie, who is 10. That puts us at 102 listeners.
Yep.
Wow. We did it, guys.
We did it. We already do it. Okay, who are we sending doodles to? Hold on, let me scroll
You have
back.
to count back to so you can
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Killian,
So are we-
97.
Killian is
Killian,
getting unsolicited
97.
doodles.
You might be getting some unsolicited doodles in your DMs, just letting you know.
Check your inbox, baby.
Whoa, inbox is a double
now this
entendre
person is
there.
only here's the problem. This person is only up to like episode 50 something as of October 18th, 2021. So it's gonna, so if we send them unsolicited doodles, they're gonna have no fucking idea what's happening yet.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean,
Killian
that's part of the
97,
results of the Pampless Heroes experience.
Killian 97. If you are listening to this right now and you have reached this episode,
That
Sorry?
explains all the
you better
doodles.
say something because you are owed something. to Lord Acid and to ISO Hydrated, who just joined us recently. Sorry that you don't get the experience of these doodles. However, if the doodle prize is not claimed by Killian97 when they catch up to here, then it will be passed to the next in line.
If Killian claims the doodles, they're no longer unsolicited. So really, we just need to send the doodles with a note that says, "You'll understand."
Later.
And no other explanation.
We'll brainstorm on this.
Clicking
Something
through
will
this
come of
spoiler
this.
tag constitutes permission to see the things that are with it. I don't know, it's something dumb. But anyway, if you really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. If we haven't sent you unsolicited doodles or something like that, maybe, if those traumatize you, don't leave us a review. But otherwise, please do leave us a review on wherever you can. If for some reason your podcast service doesn't let you leave a review, we have a channel inside our Discord where you can do it. Any way that you do that, we will eventually see your review. We will read it on air, and we will recognize you as the 5-star human that you are. Now, if you really like us, you could donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have a variety of reward tiers. Some of them, they won't quite get you all the way to tasteful nudes, or, you can't buy your way to doodles, but you could Patreon your way into our, oh God, that's horrible. Stop it and get that off my
It's the
screen.
word doodle, but it looks like a dick. Sorry, I'm sorry.
One big ball? Really?
It's a D!
Listen, if your dick looks
The
like
whole
that,
thing
you're-
is the D, that's the point.
I'm not gonna write boodle.
It was a big D.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take us off track. I'm so sorry.
Trying my own
I just
doodles,
got the
but I didn't
idea in
even
my
see.
head and I had to write it down immediately.
Listen, if you are donating to our Patreon, thank you so much for allowing us to keep this tomfoolery alive for as long as we have and for as long as we intend to. We do love to reinvest those things into creating a higher quality podcast for you. But guys, let's be real. It's going to be higher audio quality, maybe higher video quality, or whatever other qualities we have in the future. It will never be of any higher moral quality. This is who we are, and you reprobates are stuck with us.
It's true. We're too old to change now.
And if you like us, right now you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal, please join me in my campaign to help people stop saying golden doodle and start saying golden retrudel. Because this is the proper portmanteau between golden retriever and poodle. Wow, and that's it. Just when people say golden doodle, you'll say, I don't know what that means. Do you mean? Are you talking about a golden retrudel?
Oh, God. I've been hearing a lot of words lately that I just don't like. Just the combination of letters just doesn't appease me.
Like
golden
the
doodle.
churcher?
Gross. Ah.
Golden doodle. Golden
Ugh.
doodle is a bad one, but
Gross.
golden retrudel.
No.
is
Yeah,
it
beautiful,
any-
like
You can't just
poetry.
call someone a retrudel anymore. What is wrong with you?
I don't care if I'm gonna get canceled. I'm gonna say golden retrudel.
Ah! All right. To save us from ourselves, we're going to outro our cast in an orderly fashion before I act like a retrudel in public. We've got.
I don't think you can do that.
No, you absolutely can't do that, which is why I said
now
that
I know
I
what you
wasn't
mean.
going to do it.
And now I know what you're referencing, and you're bad. You're a bad boy.
I have never pretended to be anything but an absolutely awful shell of a human being, okay? But, we can feel free to edit that out if it's too spicy for the folks, because, I was
we'll
right at
see.
the edge of
I
it.
mean,
see.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be the one who's
Again.
gonna get canceled.
Right.
And we're not actually. I don't know. This is a fun.
That
play
seemed
around
pretty well intentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure we've done worse.
I'm absolutely certain I've done at least 5 things worse than that. But anyway, before I get myself into any more trouble, I'm going to outro the rest of these folks, starting on my right with the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
I'd say this kind of worked out according to plan.
To his right, we have Hoblet the Smasher, played by James.
There was absolutely no plan.
To his right, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
To his right, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
Time just keeps ticking away.
To his right, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
There's still no way I'm getting that anvil in my pocket.
To her right, we have Hedrick the Entertainer, played by Phil.
Well, it certainly didn't take long for Dr. Hines to catch up.
Fucking God.
And to his right, we have Pregnard, played by Zach.
Hi, yes. This hammering does feel divine.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and dungeon master for this evening. Join us next week as we go on a trip to some things that allegedly may or may not have happened that time in the possible strange past near you. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Goodbye.
What word does your doodle look like?
I don't know. Is there a word that bends disturbingly to the left?
Oh, the wiener dog.